Does your son or daughter struggle with self-confidence? Well, today we're going to talk about some ways in which you can help your teen gain more confidence in themselves. You know, most everything that we do in this life are behaviors that we have learned based on the beliefs that we have developed about ourselves and the world in which we live. So think about this. If you or your child is struggling with self-confidence or feelings of self-worth, and the truth is, if we look at our society today, most people struggle with self-confidence. We live in a society where images are created. We all want to be accepted. We all want to be okay, and we all want to be loved. Well, that belief of that we need to be like someone else or that we need to be a certain way in order to be okay, that's a false belief. And one of the truths or the principles is that each one of us are okay, and each one of us have value. So we're born into this world with value. And the challenge is recognizing what our value is. Because again, society teaches us that in order to have value or to be okay, we have to fit a certain mold or we have to be a certain way. But just think about that, because that helps us understand that that's a false belief. No matter how hard each one of us tries, there is no one of us that can be exactly like anyone else. What we need to do is to recognize that we are okay and that each one of us has our own unique strengths and talents and abilities. And that's what makes this life and our relationship so cool. And that's why we've been able to develop all of the things in technology and building and art and science and medicine and all of those things. It's because individuals take their unique strengths, talents, and abilities, and they figure out ways to apply that in a way that it benefits others. And so if each one of us could understand that, and instead of focusing outside on trying to be like other people or to live up to their expectations, to spend that time getting to know ourselves and to say, what is it that I enjoy? What is it that I'm interested in? What is it that I'm good at? And then how do I take that and use that in a way that I can do something or create something or make something that benefits others? What a cool world we would live in if every one of us was living our uniqueness or living our sole purpose, that we were able to do exactly what it is that we love to do. If we're doing what we love, then the chances are that we're very good at what we're doing. And so the quality of the services and the products that we create and provide would be the best that they can be. And the truth is that no one can do anything exactly like somebody else can do it. So the other thing about that is we would then live in a world where there is no competition, where we would feel free to find the person or the product that fits our need and use that to benefit us. And again, each one of us would be focused on developing ourselves and being the very best that we can be. So here's a couple of suggestions. We are all influenced to believe the things that we believe. So if your son or daughter does not feel good about who they are, then they have picked up beliefs throughout their life that says that the way that they are is not okay. And maybe they do a lot of comparing themselves with other kids or other people. Or maybe they've set a certain standard of, I need to accomplish this in order to be okay. And then maybe they've created beliefs that because I haven't been able to fit in or I haven't been able to achieve this, then something is wrong with me. And so maybe it's safer now to not even try or to put forth effort, because if I put forth the effort and I don't succeed, then maybe I will find out that I'm not good enough or that there's something wrong with me. So helping our children understand that, first of all, this belief that we have in society of failing, and that if we fail, that we're not good enough, that's a false belief in and of itself. The only way that we learn anything in life is by trying it and in some ways failing. So whatever it is that we learn to do, whether that's learning to walk, as we learn to walk, we're going to fall. As we're learning to feed ourselves, well, we're going to make messes. When we learn to ride a bike, well, we're going to fall at times. We learn by failing. And so we need to get rid of that belief and say that if there is something that I want to learn to do, if there's something that I love to do, that I enjoy doing, it doesn't really matter how long it takes for me to master that or to get good at that. And the other thing is, what does that mean? You can look at art in any area. We don't really value things that replicate others. So what we value is, what is it that you like? So the art that you like may be different than the art that I like. And so as people innovate and create and take part of who they are and put it out there into the world, there are going to be certain people that are going to enjoy that and other people that don't enjoy that. But so if you can help your child understand that false belief about failing, that's one thing that you can do to help them. The second is looking at how you see your child. Because if you're caught up in that same belief system that they're caught up in, that your value comes to you externally. And maybe you have a belief that your value as a parent is based on what your child does or doesn't do. And so your success is based on their success. If you have those beliefs, then you're going to be sending messages, even if you don't say it out loud, you'll be sending underlying messages to your son or daughter that in order for them to be okay, then they need to live up to this standard. The other thing is maybe you're saying certain things to your child, but you're saying different things to yourself or about yourself, where you're judgmental of yourself and you cut down your own value. Well, your children are going to pick up on that as well. Make sure that you see yourself as being okay, and then work really hard on seeing your child as being okay. See if you can identify their unique strengths, talents, and abilities, and focus on that and allow them again to notice that. Communicate with them in such a way that they're able to notice the uniqueness about themselves and the strengths that they have and the abilities that they have. If they're doing things that are harmful and putting their life at risk, then as their parent, you may have a responsibility to step in and to help them with that. But if we're talking about just things that they're interested in and you have a belief that you want your child to be a certain way, be careful with that. Allow them to figure out who they are and allow them to grow and develop their individual strengths and abilities. The last thing that you can do to help your child is that the way that we all can feel better about ourselves is by making and keeping commitments primarily to ourselves. Help your child to set goals of what they want to accomplish. And again, help them understand that, okay, if I set a goal and I don't achieve that, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me or that I failed. What that does is it gives me more information to say, okay, well, what can I change up or what can I do differently to accomplish that goal? But the more that we make commitments and then we keep those commitments, we're going to begin to value ourselves more. We're going to begin to feel better about ourselves. And as we do that, then we're going to be willing to try new things and to risk a little bit better, because we're going to know that we're okay and we don't have to be perfect, or that it's not okay to make mistakes. Make sure that you love yourself. Make sure that you feel good about who you are. Then allow your child to be who they are and allow them to figure that out and to go through the process, and allow your child to make mistakes and to learn from those mistakes, but to get back up and to keep trying, to keep moving forward, and to know that as long as they don't quit, they can't fail. Thanks for watching. If you have comments, make sure you comment down below. If you want to know more about who we are and what we do, visit our website at principlebasedliving.com, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you're watching it on LinkedIn, make sure to follow me here.